We're having some complications here with the floor.
Okay.
This is our flooring. It's a lot. Whoa, it's scary.
Okay.
We're home with the wood.
Would I?
Now it's time to take it in. It's like some sort of like
It's like
magic,
Harry.
like scroll moment. Like
No.
When,
Harry Potter, like
like
when
the
he
wand.
pulls out the, like,
That's
the
pretty
wands.
So, if we came here, look at that. If those were actually like, they'd have like tons and tons of.
Tons of stuff in it.
Crap in there.
Oh, we don't have an underlayment.
Yeah, well, the floor decor has that.
Tom, just set it next
We
to
should have
this
gotten it.
stuff.
Look at that, it fits.
Well,
They're all different lengths. You just don't notice it.
Dad, you want to open the door? I hear the cat meowing.
There you go.
We've made some progress on this room. Got almost everything cleared out. Now I'm working on repairing some of the floor where we had some broken planks, and I've got to now tear out up to over there, I think, these hardwood floors, because obviously we have a huge hole right in the middle of it, and also other holes that from previous projects on the sides. Anyway, so I got to pull it all the way back to kind of this area, and then the hope is that we can kind of feather in the new ones. But first, pull this up, get these holes filled that are the bigger holes, and then hopefully we'll be ready to do this probably tomorrow. It's a little bit late in the day right now, but we'll see how far we can get right now. That was a little bit harder than I expected it to be. It took me longer. Oh man, it's a lot later. It's 6 o'clock. But I'm hoping that we can just tap in so we connect into that and then into this room. I ran out of time because we got some other activities tonight, so I will fill these holes tomorrow, and then hopefully we can finally get started on this thing. having some complications here with the floor.
Houston, we have a problem.
I talked about it before, but I'm trying to match up what was here, and it's turning out to be difficult to get everything to run the way you want it to, and I'm getting gaps already.
Like this.
And so, let me show you. You see these like gaps that are forming?
It's just gonna get worse.
And it's only gonna get worse as the floor continues out.
And have we mentioned yet the oak debacle?
I don't know. I don't think we've talked about the situation with the actual wood.
So
Type
this
of wood.
house was built in the 1960s for in a working class area, right? This was supposed to be middle
class.
middle class. So everything in the house was solid, but nothing was. It was just very basic features. And so I knew we had wood floors. I knew they were red oak. So 3 months ago we went in. We were more concerned about the width.
Right.
Isn't that right? And we ordered a bunch of red oak to be able to redo the rest of the floors. Well, we went and picked them up at the beginning of this video, and then we got home and said, I think these look different than our floors. And we realized that in the 1960s, for some reason, this builder put in white oak, which would have been way more expensive
At the time.
in a house
Well,
and now
actually.
in a house that wasn't fancy. We have a bunch of red oak floors that have to marry up with our white oak. Now,
Yeah.
you think, well, it's not that big of a deal, and it doesn't look too big of a deal if we were just to leave them raw. But you can see where the pink is, how much pinker that is than.
Yeah, you can see that on the camera here a little bit.
But red oak is more porous, so when we put the stain on, it takes in the stain more, so it gets much darker. I literally sleepless in bed last night about how we were gonna get this. I was gonna have to do some crazy artistry with stains. But
Yeah.
another thing that I like old houses that have obvious wood floor repairs sort of look like this. This one is not that great, but I like it. We did that, and I think it's cute. I think
Okay.
it has character. So all along I've been telling Mike I wanted to do that here.
But I was really interested in the idea of feathering them in instead of having a hard line.
Seeing the limitations of that.
Well, I'm seeing how complicated it is, again, to try to get every line to go the way it should and stay going across the room and not start to have gaps, and it gets weird. It's taken me forever, for one thing, to put these in because of different complications. But yeah, like I told you, we've got these gaps starting to form, and it's gonna get really bad as we go down.
So we're gonna get a piece of wood in here,
Yeah, we can slide one in there.
and then we're gonna cut it off here.
We'll cut off probably 3 plank.
Well,
Three
I just
planks
say
width.
we go planks all the way here.
Do what now?
The width of this.
Okay, that is the transition.
Yep.
Okay.
Because I do want to. We've talked about it. Someday we're going to
We'd like to make a cased opening
case
here.
opening with a what are those called? Transom.
Transom, I think.
Yeah. But
That's
that's
someday.
when we're rich, right? So is there a way that we can get one of these white oaks pieces and fit it in right here?
Yeah, it'll slide in there.
Like one of the the white oak.
The old ones,
Yeah.
we'd have to go out to the pile.
No, but those aren't sanded. These are. Well, maybe there's one that's sanded out
Well,
there.
probably the one I pulled out of here was. You know,
Oh.
I pulled a piece out of there.
Yeah, so slide that back in. We only
We have
need
to remove the nails
this
from
much.
it.
And then
Now
take
I
your
feel
saw.
bad for pulling it out.
Then take your saw, do a line across, do that thing, and then you can start fresh and keep it tight. The
So
way it's
what we'll
supposed
have
be
to
done.
do is I have to tear out what I did do, which means
This is not acceptable.
no,
And
we can't have gaps that big. It can't be loose like that. It's got to be tight.
So
and-
luckily you only did, 12, 15 boards.
I didn't do a lot, and I can probably salvage some of them. It's a bit of a bummer, and I was super stressed. I still am stressed about this whole thing, but I think what I can
Hey,
do.
what's new?
I know I'm stressed about everything I
This is
do.
a stressful process.
I can snap a line across the wall there, and then just work our way out on a nice straight line, and not have to do all this jazz.
And then I get the cute character.
Right.
Of the
So
wood floor.
it's a win-win, and we just got forced into it. I was trying to make this work, but this is above my
And then
pay
it
grade.
also helps with stain. to have a hard line to work with like that.
Yeah.
Instead of like board by board, like trying to.
Yeah, it's true. Probably should have just accepted that. That would have been a lot simpler. Even tearing it all out would have been way more simple if I just would have cut a...
Really simple would have been if we just ordered white oak floor someone.
Oh well. Okay, so back to the drawing board, as it were. Or just, not the drawing board, but
The surfboard.
back to the surfboard. Alright, I went ahead, I turned the camera off because I was running out of battery, but I got the 3 boards there, and then I just kind of dry fit all these just to see how they went across. I snapped a line over here, got my blue line, so I can follow that all the way out and have a nice straight line.
And I think it looks great.
Megan likes it. It delineates the space a little bit more.
And then it'll be easier to like tape it off, stain
Yeah.
this,
Right.
and then tape this off, stain that.
It's 11:30 right now. I think I might be done for the night, but we're set up to go tomorrow, which super happy about, right? Last piece, a little bit complicated because it's got to put into 2 different spots.
The whole family's here.
Put it wrong.
Jude jumped a little.
Now it is time to actually, we got to clean this up because we're going to be using this room tomorrow. We're having a little birthday dinner for Megan. So we can't really, we're going to have a meal on here without sealing it yet. So we're going to pull the rug over, cover all this area and put the table on it because we can't sit around that little table over there anymore, at least not with a bigger group. So it's 11:30, but we have to keep on going so that we can get this ready for tomorrow.
So this rug is has been great to us. It's an old rug that I got at an antique store, and it was like in amazing condition, like nearly new condition. And it's like 80 years old, and in the 3 years we've had it, it is no longer in nearly new condition. I feel kind of sad. Like, it was like silky, smooth, soft, and now it's like worn down. But maybe it was like in like new condition because it was in a room that nobody ever used, and the rug never even got seen, right? So now this rug got loved and loved and loved, and now it's a little bit worn thin, and I don't know that I will be keeping it. Oh no, I won't, because we measured last night and realized it's too big. We are really excited and very anxious to stop eating on this small folding table. And so we are going to bring our table over before these floors are done, because we're leaving town for the week. Only Andrew will be here with Jude, because Mike's going to the boys' church camp, I'm going to the girls' church camp, and the other kids are going to those respective camps. But we want to have some furniture in this room, and so we're going to bring it in here. We're going to bring the table in. I'm so excited, so excited. And then we'll just get rid of this table in here, and then when it's time to seal the floors after we get back from church camp, we'll just pull the table into the kitchen for those few days. Because the floors are raw though, they're easy to stain, and so we're going to put the rug down. And since we've kind of worn it thin, I don't mind too much about having under the table. But like I said, I put it last night and measured and realized it comes over too far. I need to actually get a smaller rug. Quick reminder, this living room and dining room were all that we had. And they didn't go over this far. They actually only went over as far as this wall right here. Like a little pony wall came out right about there. And then that's where the kitchen started. And so the dining room was very small, and there was just a wall. The edge of the house was right there. So in the remodel, we decided to take this all the way so that we can have a bigger kitchen and a bigger living room. It's not enormous, but I think it's going to be plenty big. It was before, and we had more kids living at home then. So we'll have our couches and chairs here and the TV, and we'll do a bunch of built-ins because we don't have a separate room for a library. We'll have this whole wall will be built-ins, the TV will be there, and it'll coming over to there. And so I'll have my books and all of that sort of stuff there. And then we'll obviously have our dining room table there, and then our island in there. So this is definitely going much, much, much slower than we anticipated, which I think is pretty normal. You just don't think, you think it's normal for everybody but yourself. You think, well, when we do it, you come up with reasons like, oh, ours is pretty simple, it's pretty straightforward. Or you think like, yeah, it'll probably take a little bit longer. But the little bit longer that you think is like dream fairyland amount of time that it would have actually taken. It takes much longer than even that. It's great though. We're making progress. It just, when you're in the thick of it, it doesn't feel like you are. But you guys get to see it like on a time lapse, and it looks super fast. Anyways, the boys should be back in a minute with the table.
Actually, there's no room. Okay, I got it. You two got it.
He needs to go to the gym when you can just renovate a house.
Can you two go get the top? Yeah. Okay, let's go down.
Exciting!
You think you're okay? You don't need them there.
That needs to be cleaned.
Everyone's feeling pretty good.
It's luxurious. Like I have so much room. It's so stable. Like I lean on it. I'm like crazy.
It's not like that plastic table over there.
I don't have to worry that our air conditioning guys will get angry that we're using this table.
Oh my god, we used the AC guy's table for like a month.
Don't tell them that. So this feels good. But then also you think, well, I wouldn't mind having a couch to sit on and maybe a TV to watch over there. But also, we're not done in this room, so I don't know what to do.
Away like your intelligence and power, you know, like no, she's a vampire.
Okay, we're all sitting around the table here.
We feel like royal.
You're so far away from me.
You're
so far away from me right now.
All right, this is our beautiful room. Wait, what did you just do?
Oh, this?
Yes, that was it.
Keep doing it.
Yep. Yes.
Okay, we're gonna stop.
Yep.
Okay.
You just pushed our twin sheet
This
on
I
its
like.
side.
This is actually a great curtain. I think sheets are underrated as curtains.
The weight of it is nice.
The weight is good. Like just the flowiness of it. It's easy to open and close.
Yes. I know. I've
don't
thought the
actually
same
see-
thing.
I don't see a problem actually.
This is our bedroom, but it doesn't have real floors in it. Neither does our laundry closet hallway. But so today,
there.
Mike's gonna do the flooring. Problem is, everything that's on top of the floor can't be on top of the floor no more.
That
Move it
sounds
all
like
out.
a Dr. Seuss book you just said.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go make some breakfast. I don't know what you're gonna do.
Now that you added the bed, I can move it. That's a
Okay.
good thing.
Okay. Good.
So yeah, we're gonna get all this cleaned out.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Can I have that dance one more time?
It's a couple days later, or a few days later actually. We got as far as you saw in the video, but my parents were coming in from out of town. I was actually kind of racing against the clock trying to get it done enough that we could bring the bed back in and the dresser back in the closet and all that kind of stuff. So we got that far, and we kind of, just had to bring stuff right back in. So I got to here, which was enough to get the bed back in here. So didn't have the bed in the living room, but obviously you need to finish this, get all this stuff taken out. We did get over to that wall. I made a time choice and decided not to worry about what's under there at the time because I just need to get that finished so I could get all this stuff in place. I did bring the other little shelf from previous house or whatever. I had put this together. This is a temporary solution to our shoes. It's kind of ugly and just sort of thrown together, but it works for now. But today is the last push to hopefully complete the flooring here. Hopefully we have enough. I'm actually more concerned about having enough flooring because I'm getting down to I just have a little over 3 bundles left. But there, and then also out here, I didn't quite make it all the way to this. So anyways, we'll see how we do. Okay. It's the last piece of the whole house. Let's see. Uh-oh. Is it gonna fit? Ah! Might need to be trimmed just a little bit. It's hitting the wall over here. So I need to just trim it. I gotta mark it. Ah! Okay, we trimmed it. See if this will fit. Yeah, it does. Okay. There we go. It's in. Yeah, so I got this gap here, but it's okay. The baseboard and the shoe mold will cover it. I'm not sure if the walls are straight or if my line, you know, after going through multiple rooms isn't so straight, but either way, it's okay. It's it. That's it. All right.
Check it out.
It's the next day. We put the clothes back, and you know, it's still messy over there. Don't look. And then the bathroom has become the storage spot for everything.
I had to get something like that was in the tub the other day, and I was like, or was this actually something, an oil thing, like leaning until I almost felt like right into all that stuff. Speaking of which, if you didn't see our last video, Mike and I are going to be doing weekly classes on essential oils on another channel called Planted with the Knorps, and it'll be live streams where we're just talking about oils, what they are, how to use them. Specifically doTERRA's oils because they're the best in the world. So just follow the link down below if you want to join that channel and follow along there. You did such a good job. Everything looks so much bigger with floors.
It's kind of amazing what a difference it makes.
Like walking through a doorway feels so comfortable instead of going down.
And it's all like the same floor, which
Yeah.
is, just look at that. Anyways, we're happy it's done.
So obviously it's just step one because we can't worry about it right now because we have so many other things to do, but at some point in the future, I don't know what point that is, we will have to move stuff out of one room, finish those floors, which is a multi-day process, I think, and then move furniture back in. So yeah, that's living in a renovation. That's living in a renovation, but it's also incredibly satisfying. And I feel really proud of all that you've learned too.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's been, the flooring has been, I wouldn't say fun, but it is nice to get it down and nice to see it in place.
Hasn't been as frustrating as tiling.
Tiling is worse than this for sure.
All right, thanks guys. Thanks for coming along, and we'll see you next time with another project. Bye.
Bye.